Hey guys! I'm gonna give it 2 back here from that video. Welcome back to another video of my Versus series. We take a look at stadiums in Madden 19 and compare them to Madden 25. See how much they've changed over the last 6 years. This stadium is so much different than Madden 25's. Holy crap. Okay. I didn't think it was going to be that much different, but it really is. And there's a lot of things I'm just curious about because I see Madden 25's variant a lot. And by the way, this is not a void stadium. There is an outside, thankfully. But I've seen a lot of things so far that I'm curious about. So I'm just going to kind of rock and roll. Alright, so this game right now is glitching hard. But we have a Mercedes-Benz icon over here. Okay, obviously Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We have this Matt Ryan picture right here. We have a gigantic Falcons Jumbotron thing here. Okay. What do we have over here? We have our ice cream vendor, which is actually the only stadium in Madden that has an ice cream vendor, by the way. There's no other stadium that has an ice cream vendor other than the Falcon Stadium, which is actually really freaking cool. We got Colossal's burgers. Okay. I don't know, like, there was starting this video off in a weird place, because, like, I didn't know what to expect. But I didn't expect the differences. Like, I really expected it to be almost a carbon copy of 25. But 19 is, it's not too much different. We'll look at 25 in a second, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not what I expected, I guess. Let's look at the outside of the stadium. Okay, so outside it's going to look very similar. Okay, it is, like, clipping like crazy right now. So we got Rise Up flags, American flags, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why this stadium is just clipping like crazy, and it's fighting demons. This is another stadium that does have a statue on the outside. It's statue on the outside in Madden 19 and in Madden 25. And this is obviously the statue over here, which looks freaking amazing. It looks exactly the same in 25. I'm pretty sure they just use the same asset every single year, so that's pretty much why. But for the most part, okay, so we got a parking garage with solar panels on the top. I'm going to try to go slower because it is clipping like insane amounts. And the reason why is because you can see, look at those trash cans up there, right? Nope. They pop in as you go. So which means is this is rendering the outside as I'm moving. Which is why if you go too fast, it clips. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that, because it doesn't do that for any other stadium in Madden. But this is the first stadium that on the outside, it's actually not able to render into stadium before I, go around. And I think I know why now. What in the absolute Madden 19 unit is the outside of this stadium? Okay. There's a lot. To say the least, there's a lot going on the outside here. Okay, well, maybe not. Well, you're seeing 25. 25, there's literally like almost nothing. So this is a lot more than 25. But now that we're away from the stadium, I can go as fast as I want and it's not going to clip. And I think it's just like when you get close to the stadium, it gets into this point where it's like clipping for some reason. But it's also because there's more smaller stuff near the stadium. When you get away from the stadium, just not as much smaller stuff. Now, 25 is a very small map, and 25 in general has very small maps. 19, 20, 21, 22. Those are the biggest maps, period, in Madden history. And then 23, obviously. Oh my god, there's so much here. 23 is just the start of the downfall for EA Sports. Yeah, so now we're clipping again. So we're getting closer to the stadium. We're going to start clipping. which is just things aren't rendering in fast enough. For some odd reason, it doesn't do this with any other map. This is the only map it does it with. Obviously, I have the best hardware possible, so I'm not sure why it's clipping, but yeah. So that's a thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch over to 25. Let's get to the latest and greatest. Madden 25. Let's rock and roll, okay? Let's just rock and roll down here. The latest and greatest Madden. You have a stairway to a door that doesn't go anywhere, but I guess it's there. Nice. On the other side here, you have, again, just better all-around, better locker rooms. They look better. They feel better. They're not creepy looking. You don't feel uncomfortable going in the locker room. This is a lot better. A lot better across the board. I don't know what that was, but okay. Interesting. I think I'm still I'm not live. I'm still recording, but for some reason I had a random noise pop up. Anyway, we also have this little sweet area over here, which is not in 19, which is interesting. Sweet area over here as well. And again, just across the board, just looks all around really freaking good. We have Falcons stuff on the TV, which is cool because that's actually realistic. Because it's a Falcons game. I'm sorry, it's other stadiums had Falcons stuff on, and they want Falcons. They want the Falcons, so it doesn't make any sense. This one makes a lot more sense. We got our Colossal's burgers. We got our drinks, and we got our burgers again. Nobody walking around here, which is really weird, because for Madden 25 standards, usually Madden 25, you have people walking around, but not literally nobody walking around here. We also have a Falcon thing on the side here and a car, a Mercedes-Benz car, which looks a lot better. This no longer is a giant Falcons in-your-face light storm. Now it actually is just Mercedes-Benz gigantic logo there, which I think looks a crap ton better than how it looked before. And everything else pretty much the same across the board. Just again, nobody walking around, which for 25 just feels so weird. I don't know, this also just feels different. It looks different, it feels different. I know it's 6 years in the future, but everything about this stadium in 25 looks so much better. I just like every little being of the stadium 25. 19 wasn't bad. It just was weird. The lighting is still messed up. That's still a thing. And that's not going to be fixed anytime soon. Now, there are people on the outside in front of the stadium. This lighting is so janked. Which is cool. You know, it looks a lot better when you have people outside here and, you know, interacting with one another. And it looks like actual stuff going on. Not just it all being kind of like basically nothing. I understand why EA Sports added people in 24 and 25. Like, I understand why they added people to the actual outside stadiums and inside walking around. Because it just makes it feel like a more realistic environment. I've been to a handful of games in my life in NFL games. And every single time, there's always someone walking around. It doesn't matter what happening. There's always like a crowd of people that walk around. I swear. I think sometimes with some stadiums, with some games, people just go there. They don't even go there to actually sit in the seats and watch the game. They just go there to socialize with their friends, which when tickets cost like $1,000, that's probably an issue. But anyway, though, 19 didn't look bad. It didn't look bad. It didn't look great, but it didn't look bad. But 25 definitely looks a lot better. Anyway, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.